Jay, it's hard out here. I'm struggling. Me too! Me too! We all struggling, man. But see, I wanted to tell and give y'all some encouraging words out there. If you one of them single parents out there, if you a parent out there and you ain't got nobody, you ain't got no parents, whatever, man, you doing it though. I'm trying, I don't got enough, the bills, this, that, I wish I could do this for my kids, I wish I could do that, but you doing it though. But you doing it though. Sometimes you need to pat yourself on the back for a good job done. Why do you believe that, you need somebody to achieve things in life? I don't need nobody. Let me tell you about being homeless, man. Let me tell you about that day, man. Let me tell you about them days. I remember starving, sitting there, stomach talking to you. Damn, when we gonna eat, man? When we gonna eat, man? And you're just like, I don't know. I wanted to give some tips out there if you're homeless. If you're homeless out there, don't be afraid to go to that soup kitchen. See, I used to be like this when I would go to the soup kitchen. I hope nobody see me up in this motherfucker, I hope. And then one day my stomach started growling so bad, I was like, yo, I don't care who's in here. I'm about to eat. Then I remember being starving another time. I had my crib this time, and no food in the crib. I don't get food stamps and all that stuff, so I had to go to this place called a food pantry, and you know how I felt going up in there. Hope nobody sees me up in this shit. And then for some reason my stomach talked to me, and I was like, I don't care. You know what? I gotta fill out whatever paperwork. I gotta do what I gotta do. If you're in a relationship out there and you're miserable and you're not happy, learn to communicate and just speak up. And if it's too dangerous to speak up, walk away. I'm out. But today's words of encouragement: you matter. You have reason to live. You have purpose here. You're not just here just to sit around and do nothing. You are meant to do something for somebody or something. You're meant to invent something. You're meant to be that first person to achieve this goal. Maybe you're meant to beat that world record. What are you meant to do? What are you meant to do? What are you meant to do? See, I decided that what I love to do is I love to help people. And I love to draw, I love to paint, I love art. I believe art is life. Yes, it is. That's what I believe. Jay, where's all this excitement coming from? What's happening? What's happening is I decided I'm off my hiatus. I had a long break to think, and I was like, man, I gotta motivate people out there. It's this burning ember. It's this fire. It's this... But it's this burning thing inside me to want to help people. Do you love to help people? If you love to help people, you can help right now by hitting a like on this video. No, this video is not sponsored. I love to push people to their max. A lot of people say I'm hard on them or whatever. It's not me being hard. Sometimes my love comes out in different ways, because when I see potential in somebody, when I see what they're really capable of and they can't see what they're really capable of, well, I decide that maybe, I don't decide maybe, I decide in my mind that I'm going to take a step and try to help this person, these people, whoever. And I believe that's like my mission in life, to help people. What's your mission in life? Are you good at anything? What are you good at? If you're good at fading your own hair, like doing your own haircuts and stuff, man, why don't you think about being a barber? And I want to talk a little bit more about beyond the not calling these jobs basic or anything or careers, but beyond what you would normally hear. So how about maybe you apply for Red Bull Sports or Guinness World Records, or maybe you want to maybe you want to be an astronaut. You know, a lot of people don't say that anymore, which is crazy. I remember back then in school, they would tell you, you can be the president, you can be an astronaut, they would have you motivated. And I want to tell you guys something. One thing I learned in life is if you really, really believe something, it will happen. If you believe in your heart, mind, and soul, and you work at it every day and you don't quit, I'm telling you, man, it will happen. So I have an opportunity this week to attend a fundraising event. I'm gonna go. So if I see you guys there, see you guys there. It's painting and things like that. So it should be interesting. And I'll record a video doing that, do a little vlog. We'll see what happens. And it's just all the biggest artists in town are gonna be there, and I'm one of them, so it's pretty much an obligation for me to go. So I'm gonna go, make sure I donate what I need to help the community, you know? A lot of people are afraid to pull out $100, $200 and never see it again and never get an item back or anything, and just get that thank you. You know what I mean? I'm like that. I like to give because I see the power in giving. I learned the more you give, the more you get back. I know people, why would you tip him $5? Why would you tip him 20, 10, this, that? Because I know one day it'll come back to me and I'm not worried about it. You gotta learn to be humble. A lot of people in life, they want peace. They want a peace of mind. I would love a peace of mind, actually. But sometimes you can't always have a peace of mind because you gotta get on the move. You gotta do certain things. Life isn't always just sitting down chilling and everything's gonna be a-okay. Things move, twists and turns. Life is like water. It doesn't really sit still, you know? But let's continue the conversation. You know, I say all these things because a lot of people need to hear them. If you're out there and you're stressed as hell, yo, come on. Let's close our eyes together. Breathe in through our nose. Out through our mouth. Now let's breathe in through our mouth. Out through our mouth. You feel a little better? See, that's called being mindful. Let's be mindful of our breathing. Let's feel it come up from the stomach and through the ribs, all that, up through the throat and then out through the mouth. And then we feel the air go back in and come down. And, you know, I have a stop sign tattooed on me, right? And I remember one time in therapy a long time ago, they told us an acronym. And I'm going to share that acronym with you. STOP. The first letter in STOP is a S, which is stop. That's literally the first word. So stop yourself. If you're ever in a mental health crisis, stop yourself for a second. T, take a step back. So let's go back to why we're stressing about whatever the situation is. Observe the situation as you're doing it. So basically, okay, so that's the reason why I'm feeling this way, blah, blah. Now, P, proceed mindfully, which means make a conscious and correct decision rather than the wrong decision, Roger, and make a better choice than what you were going to do before you got to that reaction. So stop, take a step back, observe the situation, and proceed mindfully. So when I get those thoughts and stuff, I sometimes I'll look at that sign and be like, oh yeah, stop, let me stop real quick. I don't need to knock him out. I don't need to knock her out. I don't need to beat them up. I don't need to do this. Let me stop for a second. Take a step back from it. Observe the situation, look at it, and I'm gonna proceed mindfully after I'm done taking those steps. I hope this helped you. I hope you got excited today and energetic today, motivated today, all that. Man, stay motivated to do the things that you said you were gonna do, man. Yeah, man, that means put in the work. And all putting in the work means is you taking a step every day to make your life better. Even if you only looked at an email that one day, you took a step, damn it. And that's better than nothing, than just sitting there and letting life go by. when you know you can become great and achieve something. And I've achieved things in life, guys, that I never thought I would achieve. I know you guys can do the same, man. Everybody has potential. Just push yourself to your maximum limit in your life and you'll see the results, man. Hard work does pay off. Yes, it does. And, stay determined, man. I'm determined. Woo! I'm determined one day I'm gonna get that 100,000 subscribers. But the only way I can get there is with your help. So please, hit that like and subscribe. Thank you. And lastly, if you're new here, stay out those jail cells, because the same things that you would do illegally, you can do legally. So don't commit no crime, man. Stay away from the crime. And lastly, if you're new here, I always yell knowledge to the top of my lungs, because I truly believe that knowledge is power and it can save your life one day. So be a sponge and soak up all the knowledge you can, man. Did y'all hear that, man? Y'all hear that, man? Man, I think somebody said you matter. You can do this. Push yourself to the ultimate max and show and prove to yourself who and what great individual you can become. Man, fuck. Yeah. No. Man, hold on. Man, fuck. Yeah. No. Man, I'm out.